Today I'm working in Embrilliance software to merge my background quilting and my embroidery files for the Twilight Boo-levard bench pillow. I've opened Embrilliance software and I'm going to show you how I merge my designs together, the background quilting and the embroidery file, and then remove some of the steps that I don't need. So the first thing I need to do is look at my hoop size. I have it set to my 9 by 9. If you need to change it, you can come up to this little preferences folder. I have labeled all mine the way that I refer to them. You can scroll down and find the millimeters, but that way it's easy for me to change. And I don't know millimeters, so I have mine set to inches. Now, when you bring a file into Embrilliance, you can use the Submerged Stitch File icon. You would select that and you can scroll down to wherever you keep your file. You would, for example, choose the folder, open it, and then bring your file in. And if you have another file to bring in, you would have to do that and navigate to it. And I find that a little tedious. So when I am working in Embrilliance, I will just open my file folder where I keep all of my embroidery files. Now on my desktop, I have a folder called Embroidery. I keep it on my desktop. It's a lot of files, but I keep it there so that I can access this quickly. Now I do keep backups on external hard drives. And then within that main embroidery folder, I just have mostly by, designers or websites. I have a few random things, but generally everything's in a folder. Kimberbell I use a lot, and so I have put an asterisk at the first of the name, so it is always at the top, and I don't have to scroll if I've added additional folders or projects. I don't have to scroll and find that each time. So I'll open Kimberbell and my Twilight Boo-levard, and you can see that I have 3 folders that I will use on my USB. Now if you saw my first video, you saw 2, one with the embroidery files and one with the background quilting that I'm using. I've added a 3rd file for combined files, and this is for exactly what I'm doing today. I'm combining the background quilting with the embroidery file, and so I always like to have those in a separate folder and not add them to the original designs from the project. So I have added a new file. Now if I open that, you'll see that I have that second block that I stitched. I made it up, stitched it, and that video is done, but I thought I would show you how easy it is to combine these files. So what I need to do is bring in my background quilting. So I have my background quilting already chosen and put in the background for this project because there was no bundle for this project. It's actually a project that was out before they even had background quilting. So the files that I'm using are from different projects. The background, the little spider webs that I'm using for all of the main blocks, that came from Pumpkins and Potions bundle. Of course, you can purchase Kimberbell background quilting designs separately if you don't want a whole bundle. And these borders that I'm going to use were just borders. I don't think that these were from a bundle. I'd have to go back and look, but they were just from some Halloween background quiltings that I'm going to use for this project. Now, with that being said, you don't even have to use Kimberbell background quilting. If you have a background quilting design, lots of companies now put out this type of file, and if it fits the hoop or you can adjust it to fit the hoop, you can use any background quilting design that you want. But I have chosen this file, and so I've already done my 2 small blocks, so I'm just not worried about those. The rest of the blocks that I need to align and make changes to are the 6 by 8 size. So I am going to take this and drag and drop it into the hoop. Now if I had just been starting this project and didn't already have these done, what or how I got to this was I went to my main Kimberbell folder. I, in the beginning, tried to put all of the quilting designs that I purchased in one folder just so that I could find them easily. I'm not really sure that I'm up to date on that, but if I open that, I have several bundles that I've purchased, and then sometimes I deconstructed that bundle and just put them down here as well. So for example, my pumpkins and potions, that is what I'm using for this background. It happens to be Halloween one, and so that's what I chose, and I added this to that Twilight Boo-levard background quilting folder. I chose the 6x8 and the 4x8, so that's where I got those, and that's Halloween one. Now I also have Halloween one listed just by itself, so that if I'm doing another project and I want a Halloween background, I have a lot that are not in the pumpkins and potions, and so I try to keep the bundle together and then list everything out so that if, for example, I'm looking for Halloween, I can look at all of my Halloween together. And this is all of these are not in the pumpkins and potions bundle, so I hope that makes sense. You can buy things separate, and so that's probably overkill because the Halloween one is in two places, but that's right now how I've chosen to do it. Again, I don't think I'm really up to date on all this, so I probably could use some time to maybe organize a little bit better. So this is the background I'm using for all of the designs. Now I need to add my file. So I'm in the quilting design, so I need to go back down to the Twilight Boo-levard. And this is where I have my embroidery files that came with the project when I purchased it. So I have all of these. Now I've already stitched the first and the last block, and those were those smaller blocks, so I don't need to worry about those. I need the other 5. So I'm just going to bring them in order. Now some of these are little 3D elements that we'll be using on their own. So I need to just get all these little house and then the tree blocks. So the first is this little Bella's Boutique. So I am just going to drag and drop that into the hoop. Now these come in centered. All of designs when you use Embrilliance come in centered, which probably most of the time that's how we stitch. However, a lot of the bench pillows are like street scenes, and so it would look like the house or the street light or the tree is floating if we were to leave it centered, because right here, this inside orange box is the batting tack down or batting placement line, and that is where our seams are going to be sewn to the border underneath of it. And we want this house to look like it's sitting on the ground. So with that selected, I'm just going to use my down arrow and move this bottom of the house down to that inside orange line. Now you'll notice when I select the house that there is a box around the house as well as this blue placement line. Again, this is a project that came out before background quilting, and this is helpful if I wanted to put this, say, on a pillow or an apron or some other project and I needed to know where to align it. These would come in handy. For me, I don't need these. So the first thing I'm going to do is come to this right hand side, and if I click on the first 2 steps of this little house, and there's a lot of steps in that house, you can see there's this little blue placement line. The second is the box around it. I don't need either of those. So my first block, I just skip those right at my machine. And I will also mention that you never need to use software. I love software because I can do all of these changes and then just save it, take it to my machine, and I'm ready to go. But this is totally optional, and on my first block I just simply skipped those 2 that I didn't need to stitch. So I am just going to select that first placement. I'm going to hold my shift key down and select that second. I've got them both selected. I'm just going to delete them because I just don't need them. So now I can see that probably need to go down just a little bit. Here's the bottom of the house. And now that I have those placement lines out, I can see a little bit better. So I'm going to go down just a couple notches. Now I can be just a hair above. That usually works out about right by the time you do all of the satin stitching. Sometimes it, you know, pulls in a little bit, so I think that's good. And that is all I need to do for the alignment for the house. Now, there are a couple of steps that I am going to delete from the background quilting that I don't stitch. Now, these, again, are totally optional. So with Kimberbell backgrounds, you have a placement for your batting, a tack down of the batting, a placement for the fabric, the tack down of the fabric, and then the background quilting. And you can choose to run all 5 of those steps. I don't need to run all of those. Now, I do need the placement for the batting because I need to know where to place my batting. So I do need that first step. The second step, which is the tack down of the batting, lately I have been tacking my batting down. I've been cutting it larger, tacking it down, and trimming. And so lately I've been using this step. However, I prepped all of these packets and fabrics probably close to 2 years ago, and I'm just now getting around to stitching it. And I cut my batting exactly to size, and that's how I used to stitch out all of my projects. And so I don't need this tack down because my batting is already cut exactly to that size. So I'm going to select that and just hit delete. The next step is the fabric placement. That's a step that I very rarely run unless I'm doing borders. And that's just because it is only 1/4 of an inch past the batting. And our fabric that we cut, that Kimberbell gives us directions on cutting the background fabric, I have about 1 inch on each side, and this little 1/4 of an inch I feel is just unnecessary. Now, you can choose to run it. I don't run it, and so the first block I stitched, I just skipped it. But because I'm in software, I'm going to go ahead and delete that so that I don't have to skip anything. It's already going to be deleted. So that leaves me the placement for the batting, the tack down of the fabric, and the background quilting. And so what I will do is place my batting after I run the placement line. I'll place my fabric, then tack it down and run the quilting, and that's what I'll do for the rest of this project. So that's all the steps that I need for this block. So I need to come to File, Save Stitch File As, and I am going to put it in my Twilight Boo-levard Combined Files folder. Here is the one that I stitched out that I didn't show how I moved it, but I wanted to get that video done. So this was that other block that's on the very end. And so this one was the Bella Boutique. So I'm just going to say Bella and save it. Now I need to do 4 more blocks, but I have chosen to use all of the same background. Now, a lot of bench pillows or a lot of designs, of course, have different backgrounds, and I could choose a different background. I'm going to keep them all the same, which makes this even easier. So now that I've got this saved and I'm ready to do the next design, I am just going to select the embroidery file and hit delete. I am going to keep this because I'm using it, and it has all of the steps that I've deleted already done, so I don't need to do that. So now I just need to go back and get the next design. I'm already in the embroidery files instead of having to navigate down that long list if I use the merge stitch file icon. So now I'm just going to grab this next one. I will just drag and drop it. Now this one I will select. It's the bakery, and so again it has that placement and it has that little box around it. I don't need either of those, so I will select one, hold my shift key down, select, and hit delete. I could just select one and delete and then select one and delete. So now I have that done, and again I need to move it down so it doesn't look like it's floating in the air. So I am going to look for the bottom of this little bakery and move it down so that it's just a touch above that line, and it's kind of hard to see because that orange line is now blue because I already deleted that tack down. I hope that makes sense. But it's this inside line right here. So that is all I need to do because I've already made the adjustments to the background quilting. So I'm done with that. I will come to File, Save Stitch File As, and go to the Combined Files folder. And this was the bakery. Hit Save, and then I will just do the same thing for the others. I will select that and delete because I've already saved it. I will go back to the embroidery files. I'll bring in, it looks like the Candy Corn Quilt Shop. That's cute. I will open this and delete those two. Now, if I just select one that's that placement line, I can just hit delete, then select that next and hit delete. Select that and move it down. And again, I'm going just a hair above so that when I do all of that quilting, sometimes it pulls the fabric up. So that looks good. That's all ready to go. This is a Candy Corn Quilt Shop. So if I go to File, Save Stitch File As, and I will put it in my Combined Files folder. And I'm going to just say Quilt Shop. I can select that and delete. Go back to my file. I need this little creep along is what it's called. It's a cute little tree. That's going to be a fun one. We have some stuff from the embellishment kit to add to this. But I will come over here, do the same thing, select and delete, select that box and delete, and then move it down. Just right above that inside. Again, my background quilting is already taken care of. Now, I will say that, of course, if I'm choosing a different background quilting and didn't want the same design, I would delete, you know, the background quilting and the file, bring in whatever background quilting, whatever file, and then I would make those changes to that new background. But because I'm using the same one over and over, I can just delete the file and leave all of the changes. Right, so that looks good. That's done. That was fast and easy. Save Stitch File As. And I am just going to call, what was this called? Creep Along. I'm just going to put Creep. And hit Save. I will select that and delete. And I think there's one more. So I will open this. We already did the Happy Halloween. That was that skinnier one on the end, and so there is one more, the sit, that has a little bench. It's a tree with the bench. So I will drag and drop that. Again, I will open this up and delete those first two steps. Cute little bench, and then move that down. Let's see. And that's it. All right, so I'll go to File, Save Stitch File As. And this one, I think I'm just going to say, I didn't name the other one Tree. Let's just name this Bench. All right, so now I have all of those saved and ready to go. So all I need to do is take that Combined Files folder, because that's new, and I need to add that to my USB. So when I take this to my machine and open it back up, instead of just the two folders being there, I will have the third, and I will have all of these combined files. All right, so let's go start our first large block of our Twilight Boo-levard bench pillow.